up, G?
What's up, brother?
Nothing much. Just got done watching the best Monday Night Raw I have ever seen in my entire life. Good brother. I am ready to talk some Monday Night Raw. Best show of the week.
Honestly, I didn't hate this show, but I'm not gonna lie, I hated the ending of this main event.
The ending? Do you mean the best fucking part?
I
I'm sorry, you knew this was gonna happen.
know. I know Sammy was gonna lose, and we said this
Because there's
yesterday.
melanin in my
I
soul.
thought it was gonna be to him. I really did, but
But
we
then the
started
show
off the
started
show.
off with Sami Zayn talking shit to Cody backstage. And Cody was basically saying he's going to get his title back, bro. And then out of nowhere, that fucking Gunther power bombed his
Beat
ass through a table, beat him up. And then Cody is crawling towards Sammy. He's up by a car. And fucking Gunther kicks his fucking skull into the car. Cody
Yeah.
looks rattled. He's bleeding. He ain't competing. Bro, it almost seems like our main event has been taken. And then Gunther says to Sammy, you shouldn't be the champion. You're a fucking fraud. And it's not Cody you should look out for. It's
me.
me.
And then he got kicked out of the building, so he wasn't going to be. Cody was taken out and not medically cleared, so he's not going to be in it. So basically, the whole night, Adam is trying to find who's going to be the replacement until Nick Aldis, the real GM, walked in and said, I took care of it. I found the guy. He's in the building. That's a real GM.
Well, bro, Nick Aldis also isn't supposed to be booking nothing. Nick Aldis is on suspension. And it's Adam Pierce running both shows. And he goes, look, Mr. Two Shows, look, Mr. Two Shows, you think you're so good? Then tell me why your main event just got sabotaged by Gunther.
So are we getting Gunther and Nick at SummerSlam, or is Nick going to pick somebody to choose against him and ends up being Cody?
I think that's the more than likely answer.
Or is Cody still going to go after Punk with that title because that's his title and he lost or he never got it back? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
I do. Well, tonight they shifted direction. So it's not going to be Nick Aldis getting in the ring. 9 times out of 10, it'll be Cody versus Gunther. It'll be Sammy versus Punk, Roman versus Seth, Oba versus Brock.
Which looks pretty good, I'm not going to lie. But honestly, bro, I'm gonna tell you this truth. I'm going to tell you as honest as I can right now. I love Seth Rollins, but his promo was kind of boring to the crowd. The crowd didn't even care, bro.
No, they were chanting CM Punk.
They were sleeping at the times that he's just talking about everything he's done, and I'm just like, when are we going to get past this?
Because the thing about a Seth Rollins promo is if you've seen one, you've seen them all. All right,
Yeah.
kind of like Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. All right, you've seen it once, you've seen it all. Right, and the crowd obviously could not have gave a fuck less.
Yeah,
but, bro, I think this is one where, it's Seth Rollins' fault. Seth Rollins has always sucked as a babyface. And, bro, and I think when you look at when is Seth Rollins at his best, it's usually as a heel. So, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised.
LA Knight woke them up, bro. When his music played.
Yes, I will give you this. This crowd was dead. They didn't give a fuck. And, bro, and then all you hear is LA Knight.
Yeah! Chicago, bro. This is Chicago. A wrestling city.
But, bro,
they're sleeping in the beginning.
Oh, Seth did mention, all right, something that Triple H once said. LA, one day you will get your moment. All right? One day. But not today. All right, and I love that. Because Seth is a corporate guy, bro. Like for a guy who is a quote unquote atheist rebel, If you think about it, he sucks a lot of corporate dick.
We're still
Uh,
waiting, by the way, Hunter, for that world title run. By the way, just letting you know. We know
oh,
you don't care.
it's never gonna happen. Um, but no, Seth tends to suck a lot of corporate dick. He has for years when Vince was there, when
Yeah.
Triple H was there, TKO. It don't make a difference. But bro, I want you to know LA Knight ain't ever getting that title because just as quickly as LA Knight got the crowd on fire, bro, he got kicked right in the shit by Jimmy
And he
Uso.
told facts, bro. He kept saying like we're in the same shit. You and Roman, Roman and you, the same shit, the same dude. He was literally saying everything we were all thinking. Like that promo was great, but then yeah, he gets kicked in the face after Seth owns him, and he just walks away, turns around, like we're back to this, and then it's not done. We go backstage
Mhm.
later on. Jimmy's about to leave. LA Knight comes running out. Who does he get attacked by? Jacob.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Great promo to begin the show, but this guy in the end stays with the bloodline. It's neither he's in the vision or he's in the bloodline stuff. He can't get away from it, bro. He literally cannot get away from them. I don't
Well,
know what
bro,
it is.
that's because LA Knight's only good at one thing, and that's not being in the main event. That's getting his ass kicked by the guys that are in the main event. Whatever Rabata's saying. Yeah.
And let's talk about something I'm really pissed off about. Maxine Dupree.
Bro, this was good.
This was
Heartbreak.
bullshit.
This heartbreaking, but good, bro. We waited 6 years, Joe. 6 years for the Street Profits to get their tag team titles back. All right.
First defense. Just
Their
like
first
Sammy.
defense, just like Sammy.
It's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorites. Why is it my favorites? Seriously, do you see this pattern? You don't think I'm lying, do you?
No, but I see a crybaby. And that's why I was making that face. Now, Joe, let me tell you something. All
Yeah.
right. All these years of hard work, all these years of outlasting all these releases when maybe these guys should have been released. All right. Bro, all of it meant nothing. Because as quickly as they won the title,
They
quickly
lost.
as they lost the title, bro.
What? They won what? Last week? Did they not win last week?
It was either last week or week before tops.
And
And
they're
bro, then they get hit in the dick by a chick. All right, bro.
This was so stupid.
He got hit in a spat dick. All right, and he went down. All right, one, two, three. All
And
right, bro. And Austin Theory and Braun Breaker are the tag team champions. Now, bro, you had to know this was going to happen. And you can't tell me, oh, I didn't know. Yeah, you did. If you watched the promo right before this
Paul
match,
Heyman.
Paul Heyman said, if you lose, we are done.
But
You have done nothing but fail.
that
And
should have
then
been the end.
he looked at Braun Breaker and he said, you couldn't get the job done. You couldn't take out Seth Rollins. And then he looks at Austin Theory more pissed off and he goes, and you, I'm not worried about Seth Rollins with you. You couldn't even take out bitch ass Joe Hendry. Bro. And then he goes, y'all get one chance. You get one chance to impress your special counsel, your wise man, your advocate, Paul Heyman. And bro,
They win.
and they win, and then they get backstage, right? And he's actually still shitting on them, still talking to them like they're losers. And then he goes, but you know what? Let me give a little grace. Let me be nice to you. All right. You actually brought home the gold. You did one thing right. And then Austin Theory goes, thanks, Mr. Hay. Not you.
I was
And then looks
talking
at
to her.
like, bro, I laughed. I laughed so
I
hard,
knew it
bro.
was coming when he said that. When he was looking at her, I knew it. He was talking to her, and he was gonna say, "Thanks, boss, not you."
And bro, then after making out with Austin Theory, she hops in the car. And then, bro, this was the sad part. Out comes our boys, Otis and Tozawa. And you see Otis like, what the fuck?
But bro, she jumped in his arms just like a certain other one does. Oh yeah, live.
Bro, I want you to, and look, we've already seen the pictures of Liv with her new man, right?
Yeah.
Because she didn't post those pictures. I guess the dude got insecure and he posted those pictures. All right. So, bro, let me tell you something. All right. This is something you need to know about life. Okay. And I say this a lot because there's a lot of good fellers like Joe. I'm sure at once upon a time you were a good little boy who was looking for love, and then you came across a hoe. Now you knew she was a hoe, all right, and that's why you wanted to get with her, okay. And then she went and did something hoey, and she broke your heart. All right, now, bro, look, this is the law of the land, okay? She's yours today, someone else's tomorrow.
And that's
Okay,
Maxine, basically.
and that's Maxine, bro. That's Liv Morgan, bro. These you ever heard that song? These hoes ain't loyal.
Well,
Like,
bro, just the way she jumped into Austin's arms, I literally was like, that's how Liv jumps into Dom's arm. Like, she's a
oh,
copycat.
and bro, and see, exactly, because bro, these hoes ain't unique. There ain't nothing unique about one hoe from the other hoe, bro. All right, because let me tell you something, bro. You know why you take a hoe to a hotel? Because a hotel everything. All right, bro. And let me tell you something, bro. All right, like I'm more mad at Otis. I'm more mad at Otis because see, bro, how are you gonna be mad when you get with a chick that's a hoe and then she goes and does a hoe thing? All right, bro. That's like being mad at a fish because it swam. That's
Why didn't
like
he
being
wait until she left to appear? Home Dog just stayed there and didn't.
because he's fat, Joe. He couldn't keep up with the car.
That's
And
fucked up.
the worst part is, bro, they were wearing that hoe shirt. All right, you seen him wearing the shirt that said 100% pure babe,
Yeah.
and then he just looks down and he looks real sad. All right, Joe. And now look, I will say this. I will say this. I'm a chubby boy too, Otis. I get you. I know what it's like. Because see, once again, as I'm talking to our fellers, right? You know,
You sound like.
I had to learn this lesson too. Okay, you can't be mad at a hoe for doing hoe things. That's like being mad at a fish for swimming. That's like being mad at a snake for biting you. That's like being mad at a dog for chasing a bone. Okay, it's gonna happen. All right, she's yours today, someone else's tomorrow. But you see, we get blind, bro. We get blind. Like if I take off these glasses, bro, you look like a blur. I'm blind. Okay. We get blind like that in a relationship, bro, because we see that pretty face, maybe pretty titties, you know what I'm saying? And bro, and then we forget how to act. We forget how to think. And bro, and that's exactly what happened with Otis. And now that Otis is thinking, bro, he's like, how did I let this happen?
And then they had like, so Ruka and
But
Raquel. Did you like
it's
this?
well, I'm not done yet with Maxine because I want you to know you Joe, you know how you keep costing me things I like? You
Yeah.
and the fans who booed Maxine Dupree are the reason this happened. Because I don't know if you've seen the report a couple days ago. They gave up on Maxine Dupree's singles push with the IC title over due to the lack of reactions. Like people just weren't giving a fuck.
Can you not? Can you blame them? I don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Because Joe, like most of y'all are not talented wrestlers. I get y'all in the ring and it would look worse than a 2K match.
That
Okay.
says you too, brother.
Trust me, I know I'm fat. I'm not running the ropes. Um, now,
Why did
bro,
you say it like?
because I ain't gonna lie. I ain't one of those girls that go, I ain't fat, I'm big bone. Bro, I ain't never seen no large ass bones. All right, now, bro, now let me tell you something, okay? I ain't ever hopping in that ring. You ain't ever hopping in that ring. And most of these fickle ass marks ain't ever gonna hop in that ring, bro. All right. And so when you see a girl out there actually busting her ass to live every one of our dreams, bro, and you actually see her trying, and then all these fans want to shit on her because she's doing something y'all could not, bro. That's fucked up. All right. Like
She
if y'all wanted,
sucks.
I'm just saying, if y'all wanted it more than she does, y'all should have trained hard. Y'all should have tried hard. Y'all should have went to wrestling school. But if
She's
it, bro,
mid.
and that's one where like I won't let nobody shit on Maxine Dupree because she actually tries. But however, she fucked up. All right, because not only did she lose the fans, All right, she
Awesome.
bro, she broke Otis's heart. All right, and Chad Gable tried to come to her, bro. Chad Gable tried to reason with her, bro.
Nope.
No. All right, she broke little Otis's heart. All right, and now you know what's going to happen next week, bro? Because I do. Otis is going to get jumped. All
Yeah.
right, because
Chad's
I
coming to
was
the
good.
save.
Exactly. All right. It's going to be Kurt Chad Angle, bro, coming through to save the day. All right. And meanwhile, Otis is the little fat kid that got beat up and lost his girl, bro. It's like Matt Hardy, but all over again.
Okay, because honestly, this
I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Otis being treated like this, bro.
I'm not either. I just feel
Otis,
bad for him.
me and Otis are belly boys, okay? And belly boys stick together. You see that? Yeah. All right. Belly boys for life. All right. And this is how she wants to treat her fellow belly boy. Bro, that's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But after that came this match, so Ruka versus Raquel, because Raquel was backstage with the Judgment Day. Basically, they were hyping her up, saying she's going to win the belt. Then we get to the match. The match was fine. Like, I didn't really care much about it. There was a lot of interference, if I'm being honest. You had EO,
Oh,
Liv.
is this the Raquel match?
Yeah, when everybody basically jumped in and interfered, and then EO,
I,
or,
d- this was booty.
yeah, Soul retained in the end, which was pretty
And she
obvious.
still botched in the match.
Ah,
Somebody take, speaking of wrestling school, somebody take that dumb bitch back to wrestling school, bro.
honestly, she. I'd rather see Roxanne take that belt than Raquel.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Joe.
I'm not
Thank
really
you.
gonna even say much about Soruka because honestly, I didn't care about this.
Bro, look, I don't hate Solrica.
Me
I
either.
hate I hate that she botches every single match that she's in.
Yeah. The
Like, bro,
highlight.
she's the new LA Knight.
Oh my gosh. The highlight of this show, honestly, for me, was Oba and Paul Heyman segment. Like,
Oh, dude, now this was good. This was good, bro. Except Paul Heyman, bro, he came out there alone, bro, and he was talking shit about Obafemi, talking about how Hell in a Cell was the Broctagon, and in the
Brock
Broctagon, bro, Brock
Brock
Lesnar
and
is gonna
Brock
whoop his
and
ass.
Brock. You know how many
And
times he
Brock,
mentioned Brock's name?
bro, take a hit every time you hear Brock.
That's what I kept saying. I was like, Brock, I could be high from the time with this guy because Brock Lesnar's gonna do this. Brock's gonna do this. Hell in a Cell with Brock. I love the promo, but he mentioned Brock so many times. But
And
Oba
bro,
murdered him on the mic. I love Paul, but Oba looked better and told the truth and everything and said like he is going to conquer Brock Lesnar inside hell
hell
in a
in a
cell
cell. Now,
and
bro,
retire him for good.
I hope so because if Brock Lesnar comes back again, you may as well just kill me now. Now
He better not
speaking,
win.
bro, of coming back again next week on Monday Night, you get your tribal chief, Roman.
You also get a 7-pack challenge, I believe, gauntlet match, and the winner goes to face Penta at SummerSlam. And the only logical person that makes sense is Chad Gable. Do not mess this up, WWE. You have one person, Minnesota. That's Chad Gable's city. That's his place. Give him the win next week and let him beat Penta at SummerSlam. Like seriously, that's the match. Gable wins that gauntlet and then he beats Penta. Like that's how I booked that. But knowing them, they'll go with Ethan or somebody totally different. Which I love Ethan, who also got a win tonight with Rusev. But yeah, Gable's got to win next week, like for
Bro.
sure.
Now imagine they just fucked over the Profits. They just fucked over Sami Zayn.
All on the same show.
Imagine they fuck over Chad Gable.
I'm not even gonna be surprised, bro, because the Profits losing is so ridiculous. Like it's not even
Bro,
2 weeks.
6 years. I just want you to think about that. You waited 6 years for them to regain the title.
The Vision needs to be dead. The Profits, there's no tag division anyway, so it's not like it matters. But like the Profits, this is awful. How do you lose your first defense? But then it's like, ask Sammy.
Right, right. Except Sammy had a much better match.
Yeah, that match they had was kind of like not the best. Just the ending was crazy to me because I'm like, what, Maxine?
Now, bro, you know what's crazy? Um, Maxine to me was the most shocking part of the night. Like Joe, I didn't pop when CM Punk came out. I didn't cheer. I didn't boo. I didn't care, and I didn't care because it wasn't surprising. And if there was a fan genuinely surprised, come on,
They don't
they're in.
watch the show then.
Right, you don't watch the show, and you don't read, and you didn't know where the fuck we were.
Like
I mean, like
Chicago, the main
the mi-
event. Cody's out.
the minute the minute where halfway through the show, bald headed comes backstage and looks at Sami Zayn and says he's still defending the title, but he's gonna have to find him an opponent.
It was
I
Punk.
already knew it was CM Punk.
And if it was Brock, I would have been so more mad.
I don't think I would have,
No, because
but
Brock would have just F5'd him. At least Punk wrestled him for like 25-ish minutes around there. Really good main event. Just hate the outcome because
so
nothing happened. Punk just celebrated with the belt, and then the show ends. Like,
well, I mean that happened, but however, what you're saying is you wouldn't want to see another Kofi Kingston.
no, I do not. And I love CM Punk. I want everyone to understand this. Just like I say with Cody. I love Cody. Cody's great. Punk is great. But they didn't need the title. If Punk and Cody is still the feud that we're getting, they don't need the title. But if we're getting
We're not-
Punk and Sammy and Gunther and Cody, like you said, then I don't know. Maybe it still kind of doesn't make sense to me, but this just.
I mean, no, it doesn't. Here's the thing. Yes, I told you even before Sammy won the title that this was going to happen. But however, did I know that they were going to fuck Sammy over in 1 week? No. But Joe, this is why I said, and I listen. I know some of y'all think I come off as a loudmouth dickhead with a big mouth, right? But here's my thing, right? I'm not wrong. All right. Every single time I've ever made a major prediction about this company, I'm usually right. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. I'm not trying to downplay nobody. But bro, when I'm sitting here telling y'all, all right, Sami Zayn winning the WWE title at Night of Champions is bad booking. It should not happen. It should not happen because Joe, they don't have a plan. Because if you truly had a plan and you did some basic thinking and said, huh, we're coming back here in 6 months for the first ever WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
Let's do it there.
Let's do it there. We'll have the Muslim guy win in a Muslim country at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
You were right. I will acknowledge it. You were right on this because they. I get
And
it. You can look at like he has a
and
long title run now.
and I didn't even just say that. I said, Joe, if he wins at Night of Champions, they won't have a plan. They don't have a plan if he wins. It's just for the moment. Just like at Elimination Chamber when John Cena turned heel, they did not have a plan.
I guess you could still be like, yes, he has a world title run on his name now, but it's like I would have just saved it like you said and made it more special in WrestleMania. Because if you were just gonna do this, then why didn't you just wait? Like,
Right, because my goal was to have him win the Royal Rumble, have him go on to WrestleMania, win the first ever night two main event in Saudi Arabia, and become the WWE champion for the very first time. And then at this point, Joe, Kevin Owens should have been coming back from injury. I would have done a 3 month, 4 month storyline to get us maybe to WrestleMania, maybe like a Backlash in France or Clash at Italy, whatever. And I would have had Kevin Owens, who's been gone for over 1 calendar year, maybe going on two, win the WWE Championship. All right. But at least I would have had a plan, a direction, and a story. All right. And the thing about the Night of Champions thing, and this is what made me mad. This is why I was furious. I was not furious with Sami Zayn. I was furious because I knew him winning was them doing it just to do it, to make a pay per view, Joe, that was absolutely shitty, just a little less shitty. And props to them for that. But however, Joe, they didn't have a plan. And because they didn't have a plan, they're like, okay, well, Joe, we're not going to book him for SummerSlam.
Why not?
And here's the
Honestly.
thing. And I knew when the reports came out, Joe, and they said, hey, Sami Zayn, he's not on any of the advertisements for SummerSlam. He's not on it. Joe, that told me right then and there, Sammy is losing the title. And now, did I think it would happen this fast? Absolutely not. But however, bro, this is awful.
Yeah, like I'm agreeing with you. They should have just waited. But like, if they would have had Cody come in the main event with Sammy, both of them would have been booed. Sammy was booed, so Cody would have been booed. So what did they do? You had to do CM Punk. It was the hometown boy. That's the only guy they wanted to see. It was
He's a
so awful.
hometown man.
I love CM Punk and I love Cody, but Sammy having a 9-day title reign, that bothers me, bro. As a wrestling fan, for as many years I watched him, and this is his first reign, 9 days. Like I just can't sit there and be like, this is good, because it's
Well,
not.
yeah, because you want all that time you've invested in him to mean something.
And I didn't.
And it didn't.
His
Joe,
first time actually being on the TV, like live. His first defense, he shows up in his car with his title up like that, just to end the show, looking at the ceiling, basically up at the
at the
lights.
lights.
Yeah, like
And bro, and this is one where, what did you honestly expect? Like,
I know.
and like, I don't say that to be a dick. I say this because I go, like, dude, the dude's been a mid carder his whole career. If it were not for Roman Reigns, he would have never even touched the main event. Because let's go back to WrestleMania 38. He was in the Jackass match, and everybody thought within a couple months he'd be fired. All right. And and the worst part is there are guys in the last, what, see, that we're at 43. So in the last 5 or 6 years since that's happened, we've seen guys more talented than him get fired. We've seen more guys talented than him not get their
I
moment.
know.
And bro, and that's where I'm not trying to shit on Sami Zayn, but I'm being honest when I say, like, Joe, what did you expect? And two, it's a job. There are guys who bust their ass at their jobs each and every day, and they'll never get a raise. They'll never get even acknowledgement of, hey man, you did amazing. And that's just life sometimes. And then they got the lazy ass who does nothing, who doesn't even deserve to have that job. They end up getting the big check. They end up getting the promotion. And they don't even do half the fucking work that you do. They don't even have half the integrity that you do. And yet they get the opportunity. It's because, Joe, we live in a fallen world. We live in an evil world. And unfortunately, good things do not always happen to good people. And unfortunately, even hardworking people who earn their moments
That's brutal.
don't get their moments. And, and that's one where I'm glad he got his moment for even a week because,
Yeah,
Joe, me and you've seen it. Me and you've seen it. There have been guys like,
never got
bro,
him.
Brian Kendrick, 5 minutes. Jeff Hardy, Extreme Rules 2009, about 2 minutes. And then Finn Balor, one night. Like, bro, we've seen it.
At least
You
he
know,
got
Rey,
9 days. But
and there's a list of others. Rey Mysterio, 3 hours. So I mean, at least he got it for a week. But it's not the shortest title reign ever. But did he deserve more? He absolutely deserved more. But this is one, Joe, where I tell you something. Don't just do something just to do it. Like in the worlds of wrestling, because we're entertainment, we're media. You can't just think about this week. You got to think about the next 6 months because we're going town to town to town to town to town to town to town. And if you can't have an idea in your head, okay, Joe, this is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do that. This is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to do that. You're going to be fucked. And bro, I knew it in my heart. I said, Joe, before Night of Champions, if they have him win, they won't have a plan. It'll be bad booking, and it's going to ruin what could have been a great WrestleMania moment. That's exactly
You're
what
right.
happened.
See, I'm
And,
fair. I will tell you, you were right. Like
and
they
I
should have just waited.
and I appreciate you. But this is, unfortunately for me, this isn't about being right. I'm actually mad that I'm right. And I'm mad that I'm right because, Joe, I don't like what this company does to piss their fans off. Like, honestly, Joe, sometimes, even for me, I think the company just loves to piss people off.
I do feel
And
that, especially the hardcore fans, the ones that actually look at the people that lost, bro. All of my people,
right, right. And
Street
Joe,
Profits,
unfortunately,
Sammy.
you're an IWC guy. So
Yes.
here's the thing, and it's just facts are facts, a spade's a spade. A lot of times, what you agree with, the online wrestling community agrees with. All right, and Joe, they spat in the entire face of the IWC to give you a moment that was 9 days long.
I'm with you now. They should have just waited. Like I'm happy he at least got a reign. It's just I can't look at that as a reign because he didn't even compete the he didn't even complete the first one. Like he
This is
lost.
this is what pisses me off, Joe. Do you know how we were just talking about Sheamus and how I said, Joe, John Cena at the end of his career when he could no longer go, he's hardly there, had the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
John Cena had what, two or three successful title defenses? I know at least two, before losing the title. He was the champion for like
A
2 or 3 weeks, a month, and Sammy gets 9 days. He gets his first televised
he
defense,
loses.
and he loses.
Like it was Chicago. Like we both knew the minute I seen it was Chicago. They said Cody was not able to compete.
It was right
You,
there. It
yeah,
was right
CM
there.
Punk. Like I thought in my head also Brock, but I was like, it's CM Punk. It's his town. If Brock came out, I feel like half the crowd would have booed.
Oh, they would have. They would have because, bro, um, the fans love Sami Zayn. They just don't love Sami Zayn more than CM Punk. They don't love Sami Zayn more than Roman Reigns. They don't love CM Punk. I mean, Sami Zayn more than they love Gunther. I would even dare to say Jey Uso. I would say LA Knight. Like, Sami Zayn is a favorite, but he's not like a ride or die favorite. And, and that's one where, like, Obafemi is a bigger star than Sami Zayn.
It just sucks, man, to know that Sammy got 9 days. But you know what? Be grateful he got one. So they
Be
should have
great.
waited. They should have
Be,
waited.
they should have waited because be grateful he got one. I agree with you. But here's the thing. What are we going to do, Joe? Oh, it's WrestleMania in Saudi. Let's get Sammy again. What? And yeah, the Saudi crowd is going to cheer him like a son. Okay. But
Just
here's
for
the
him to
deal,
lose.
just for him to lose. And also, would it be a special?
Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna have to sleep on this to actually like see how I feel because right now I'm angry. Like, as a wrestling fan, they just took the guy that I waited years for and gave him nine
Mhm.
days, and it's just that just doesn't feel right.
It's disrespectful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And bro, you know what? Your feelings are 100% right. All right. And I don't disagree with your feelings. I really don't. But the reason why I seen this coming is because the WWE, what they've done for the last couple years since they've been under TKO, we don't do long-term storytelling that makes sense. We do storytelling that will make the crowd pop for a moment. And I've seen it. All right. That's why Gunther went from unbeatable world champion to Jey Uso winning. All right. And they tried to fix it by having him retire three legends. It didn't work. All right. And then John Cena heel turn. They didn't really have a direction. Travis Scott and The Rock made it worse.
Awesome.
So then there really was no direction. And then Cody Rhodes, WrestleMania 40 to WrestleMania, let's say 42, no direction.
I know.
And so I already knew, Joe, I already knew because this is the TKO era. All right. And they don't have actual plans. They don't actually give a fuck to think of a 6 month storyline. They just want moments so that you will give them clicks, you'll buy pay per view, and you'll show up for the night.
That's stupid, but it is business. But like, I just, as a fan, I'm let down. Once again with this company, they always do it. But what? I shouldn't be shocked. I really shouldn't be. But I am still because it's like, damn, that's what you do to Sammy. Like, whatever.
Right. And so I want you to know I do feel bad for Sami Zayn. Um, I'm not, I was never mad that Sami Zayn was a champion. Mad because I seen the writing on the wall.
I don't blame you. I really
And
don't.
honestly, Joe, what we just seen tonight to me is the death of the tag team division. Because let's be honest, the Street Profits are the only guys you had that were not a made up tag team. They finally get the titles after 6 years, and then you have them lose in under a month.
How does that even, bro? Does that even make sense to you? Because that is so like I don't understand it.
No, because I fuck with the Street Profits.
The one actual tag team you about have, really, the one that's actually been a tag team for years, you do that. You give them one defense and they can't even win. Like going into the last week, I thought that for sure they were going to beat the Braun Breaker, but then when Paul said that, you were right. The Vision should be dead. Braun Breaker should just be with Paul, and that's it. But I give up. You know what?
No, I understand. I understand. You're 100% right on how you feel. Um,
Very
but
frustrating.
it's just it's not even to me Triple H anymore. This is TKO, and I see. Joe. I think me being autistic allows me to see patterns. That's why I love history because history is all patterns. And the thing about what we're seeing right now, like I said, look at all the guys in the last couple years whose booking I just named you, where they didn't really have a plan. They just did it to do it. That's the pattern.
I don't
And
get
wait,
it.
wait until they give it to LA Knight, bro. Because LA Knight will be a champion, but when he
Agree.
wins it, they're not going to
Agree.
have a plan. They're just going to do it just to do it.
Gosh, I can't believe they did this to Sammy. I don't have really anything else to say because I'm very annoyed over this.
And that's 100% fair. So with that said, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Um, I hope I didn't get us kicked off the internet tonight.
You're good.
But because I know I probably have said some shit that'll piss some people off. But I just want you to think from a different lens. Try to see where I'm coming from.
We're not
Um,
hating the characters either, by the way. Like we're not hating the people. We're hating what the
right,
characters do.
right, and that's something you need to know. Like when I talk about Maxine Dupree being a hoe, all right, I do not think the woman who plays Maxine Dupree is a hoe. We're talking about the character who just cheated on Otis with Austin Theory. All right. When I'm talking about I hate Sami Zayn winning the title. I don't hate Sami Zayn, the actual dude who bust his ass to get to this point. All right. So there's nothing ever personal. Very, very rarely is it personal. Um, but speaking of personal, the last thing that I'll say, and maybe we do need to start being better examples because of this. But Chelsea Green deactivated her Twitter. Um, she removed herself from social media because she somebody was calling her MAGA. TKO. UFC, WWE, they're one company now, right?
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns, I believe Chelsea Green, and a few others attended the White House UFC event. And there was a lot of pissed off liberals saying that Chelsea Green's MAGA, that she's awful, she turned on the things that she believes in. Now, look, I'm not a liberal, all right? I'm not a liberal. I will never be a liberal. I am a Republican. But however, you do not get to disrespect somebody because of their political beliefs. All right. You can't stereotype every single person just because she's a Democrat or just because I'm a Republican. Not, they say each person's unique. That means the way we view things, even what we agree with. If y'all have not learned this from me and Joe about wrestling, even the things we agree with, we're going to disagree with and we're going to look at it differently.
And we're still friends.
And we're still friends. So you can't stereotype a person. And, to shit on her because of her political beliefs, she's not even a U.S. citizen. She cannot vote. She's in the process of becoming a U.S. citizen, and one day she will be able to vote. But just because she votes for someone you do not like does not mean you have to shit on her as a person or on her career. I've had to learn this, bro, the hard way. All right, because I'm very strong in my beliefs. Now, am I perfect in my beliefs? No. I still cuss. I still smoke. I still do things that maybe I should not do. I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. All right. But however, I am a Republican. I am a Christian. I'm also ethnically Jewish. I'm like one of the worst things in a liberal's mind you could be.
Yes.
All right. And however, I'm standing up for this liberal because she did not do nothing wrong. Showing up because your job tells you have to show up is not doing something wrong. That's not turning against your beliefs.
That's
And
following what your boss is telling you.
right. And also, like I said, I'm not perfect in my own beliefs. I'm still a work in progress. And I thank God that, if I fall down 7 times, the Lord promised that I'd get up 8. Because and I hope the same thing for Chelsea Green. Because let me tell you something, she's not perfect in her beliefs either. All right. And yeah, maybe going to that UFC event, maybe going to the White House, maybe being in WWE when they're so close to Donald Trump, maybe that actually does bother her. All right. We do not know what is going on in her head.
That doesn't
And
mean attack her for her beliefs and stuff like that. Wrestling fans are awful.
and they didn't just attack her a little bit. They attacked her so bad she deactivated her account.
Wrestling fans, we say this a lot of times, but I truly do mean this. Wrestling fans are awful, bro. They'll
Yeah,
come to your house. They'll do like they're some of them. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are just not good humans.
right. And think about this. It's not even about wrestling that they're hating her. They're hating her because of politics.
Yeah,
You
let's
know,
keep this on wrestling. Why bring I don't get people
right. And not only that,
like
even if you don't agree with her politics, she's not a U.S. citizen, bro. She can't vote. So does it matter?
people are stupid, bro. I say this a lot of times. This is why I don't talk to wrestling fans. I talk to a
Right.
select few. You know
And
the
like,
one.
oh no, I know, but people are stupid and it pisses me off because she can't even vote, and yet you're going to shit on her so bad that she deactivates her Twitter account over politics. You follow her because of wrestling.
Like if
Stick
it
to
was
wrestling.
wrestling, well, I still would be like, yo, leave her alone. But it's like wrestling's one thing, but politics, come on, man. Y'all are
Right.
crazy.
And now don't get me wrong. Politics are important and there's a time and place for politics.
No,
But she doesn't deserve to be bullied off the internet. That's fucked up.
wrestling fans suck.
So
All
this is my message to all of you because I guarantee you one person watching probably did this shit. I'm not mad at you as a person. I don't hate you. We're all fucked up and we're all not perfect. We've all done some fucked up shit, said some fucked up shit, thought some fucked up shit. But you gotta be better. Because to seriously be a fucking bully on the internet, like, dude, I fucking triple dog dare you to go say that to her face. And the thing is,
They
most
won't,
of y'all won't.
because people hide behind the keyboards and they do all that stuff until they get seen and then they get punched. That's the new world we live in.
Right. And like, here's the crazy thing, bro. Like, fucking, all right, let me be honest, bro. Danhausen. Danhausen as a character in professional wrestling's funny as hell. I never actually will support him as a person because he's a Satanist, bro, and he even has a Christmas video of him wearing the goat face, the Baphomet, and, I don't fuck with that. But I'm not going to go out of my way to ruin his life. I'm not going to go out of my way to attack him. Like, there's only one judge of the universe, and that's Jesus Christ. And I promise you, bro, I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm a follower of Christ, but I am not Christ. And so, one of the things I've had to learn, if you're going to judge somebody, you cannot judge them for the same shit you do. Like, for example, a lot of people right now, they're dogging Jey Uso because his divorce with his wife. TMZ just reported it. He is being bullied on the internet right now as we speak. Now, did
Jay
he do
Parker is too.
right? Did they do something fucked up? Absolutely. Adultery is a sin. Okay? Adultery is a major sin. And you know what? Jay will have to answer for that if he does not repent. But however, what gives you the God-given right to go and act like you're so much better than him? You're so much more moral than him that you get to bully him on the internet.
I'm telling you, fans are horrible. That's why I will not talk to them. Like, I really will not. I got my
So,
select few, and that's about it.
right. And so, like, look, do I agree with Chelsea Green? No. Do I agree with Danhausen? No. Am I going to fucking bully them? Fuck
No,
no.
like
Do I
that's their
agree with
life.
do I agree with what Jey Uso did? Fuck no. I'm about to get engaged, bro. And truthfully, I mean, I'm sorry, not engaged. I'm about to get married. And, I can never, ever, ever imagine sleeping with another woman, bro. And then, my fiance finding out because I'm famous and pictures got out on the internet. Like, do you know what that would do to somebody?
Yeah, that's why I
Like,
hate the internet. In a
Like,
way,
so I'm not saying Jey Uso is okay in what he did. He's not okay in what he did. What he did was wrong. But we don't get to bully somebody so bad that they don't even want to show their face anymore. That's fucked up.
yeah, wrestling fans suck. Like that's really the last thing I have about wrestling
Me,
fans. They are not good. Some of
me
them will
too.
not stop.
And so this is my message for all of you. This goes for each and every one of us, myself included. Be better. All right. You don't have to like somebody. You don't got to agree with what they did, but that does not mean you get to bully them. That does not mean you get to mistreat them. All right. You can block somebody. You can go out of their lives. You can go away, sayonara, and never see you again.
But don't
All
try
right.
to bully them or make their lives hell because
Right.
they believe different.
Right. Just because they believe different or did something, fucked up. So this is one where it's just my last message of the night. Be better.
Seriously, especially wrestling fans. Please be better. Leave these poor wrestlers alone. Like let them live their lives. If they're doing wrong, you know what? Let them do wrong. You don't gotta bully them.
Right.
I just
Because,
don't.
here's my thing. And and I once again I probably went on this longer than I should have. I know what honestly, I probably went a lot longer on this than I should have. But this will be the only time I talk about it, so I'm just gonna get it out. You do not get to attack nobody. I don't care if it's Jey Uso, Chelsea Green. I don't care if it's the neighbor across the street. You don't
Another
get to judge
famous person.
nobody.
Anybody.
Because, bro, if you were famous and all your mistakes were made public, because when you're famous, eyes are on you constantly, bro, would you want everyone to know everything you've ever done, thought, or said?
That's why I don't want to be famous.
Right. And
Like, I'm
so,
good.
you know, the people who are famous,
Feel bad.
they're not worse than we are, but they're more exposed than we are. And because they're more exposed than we are, even the bad things they do are more exposed than the bad things we do. And so if you don't want to be judged, do not judge someone else. That's just all I'm gonna say about that. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. If it wasn't for the fact that my iPad's at 5%, I'd go a little longer because I know I ain't read comments and I apologize. And I apologize I've even went on this long of a rant. But,
You're good, man.
I
Sometimes
just,
we have to tell the truth on it.
but I'm just so sick and tired, bro,
Yeah.
of seeing so many wrestlers have to deactivate their social media because internet wrestling fans want to go and say some shit, bro. Do you know we live in the most suicidal, the most depressed, the most anxious generation in human history?
Yeah, it's
And
sad.
this is what we're doing. And then these are the same people, bro. As they're bullying these people on the internet, we're the same people that will go, don't be a bully, be a star. Or Joe, suicide prevention.
Bull crap.
Don't ever say none of that shit when you're out here doing this.
People are awful. Wrestling fans for sure. Do better, be better, like Brandon said.
Absolutely. So with that said, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. No hates, just real talk. I love you guys. We'll catch you if not tomorrow, Wednesday.
Peace
Peace,
out, brother.
everybody.